Hello and welcome to another edition of Tuesdays with the Disability Policy for All. I'm very excited to be talking to Liz Koss, who is the AUCD virtual trainee for this year and also a LEM trainee at the Nison Center, which is one of the Ohio UCD. So welcome, Liz.
Thank you so much, Liz.
The first question is, what do you do as a virtual trainee for the network?
So as virtual trainee this year, my main objective is to help facilitate engagement with all of the trainees across the University Centers of Excellence for Developmental Disability, the Leadership Education and Neurodevelopmental and other related disability, and the IDDRC programs. So I work with all of the trainees and help them connect with the AUCD network overall, which is the Association of University Centers for Disability. I primarily engage with them via email and social media. So I send out a lot of different resources and opportunities for trainees through the Virtual Trainee Twitter page, Facebook page, and our trainee listserv.
So do you connect with Christine Lau?
With Christine Lau?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Christine is my manager, so she really helps oversee everything going on in the within all the Maternal Child Health Bureau programs, and she helps facilitate all of the engagement that I have with all of the trainees.
Okay, great. Thank you. The next question is, how has the AUCD network changed your life?
That's a great question. I think that one of the biggest impacts the virtual trainee opportunity has had on my life is the leadership experience. So at the AUCD conference this year, I was able to lead a few different trainee events. I led the trainee networking session on the Sunday of the conference. I helped organize a panel of early career professionals that came and talked with the trainees. And we also had a focus group lunch on Monday where we worked with trainees to identify which resources they would like more of or how to update and better provide these resources to trainees. And from that luncheon, we've been able to develop a committee where we can work on some of these resources that the trainees are requesting. And then also we held a trainee breakfast where they could network with different early career professionals based on their interests. So I have really had a lot of different opportunities to actually practice my leadership skills and learn from each of those opportunities so that I can help further my leadership development.
Thank you. I also heard that the network has changed your life.
Yeah, it absolutely has. It's through these leadership experiences, I've been involved in a lot more with our own LEND program at Nison Center, and then also with the regional center. It's really inspired me to become involved. After last year being involved in the first year LEND program, I decided to pursue my PhD in health and rehab sciences so that I could work more closely with research and help develop best practices for people with disabilities, and then also so that I can be more involved in advocacy. When I first started my occupational therapy program, I had no experience with advocacy or policy. And it's through the LEND program and through the virtual traineeship that I have been able to really develop my advocacy skills and learn from some amazing experts in the AUCD network. And although I still have a lot of work to do, I'm really excited that I've been able to learn from this, and I think that it's going to make a bigger impact on our community now that we're all getting more involved in these disability policies.
Okay, thank you. And the last question is, which policy do you work on and why?
That's a great question as well. There's a lot of policies that I'm passionate about, but as an occupational therapist working in the school districts, I think I'm most passionate about the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, specifically Part C, as that helps provide the funding for school and special education services for a lot of the kids that I work with. Also, very important to me is Medicaid. Right now, the federal government is only able to contribute 40% of the IDEA's funding, and Medicaid makes up for that gap in funding for these kids. About 15% of the Medicaid budget goes towards education, which helps serve the kids that I'm working with, typically low-income students and students with disabilities. And one of the 2 schools that I work at has, their students are receiving free meals, 100% of them. It's 90% students of color and 15% students with disabilities. So they really they really need this funding to help get the services they need. And I'm very passionate about making sure that we keep those services so that the kids that I work with are able to access their environment fully and they can participate in the school. I'm really proud to say that all of the students I work with are in their general education classrooms, which is a part of the IDEA as far as least restrictive environment. So I am very excited to see that the IDEA funding should stay the same, and I'm excited to advocate to keep those Medicaid services around to help bridge that gap.
Thank you. And if you have any more questions about this or any other policy issues, please look for this week's e-brief. And if you have any questions or comments about this week's Tuesdays with Liz, please leave them in the space. Thanks, and have a nice day. Thanks again, Liz.
Thank you so much for having me, Liz.
Bye.